Welcome you back to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing about G20 summits, which recently last few days the new countries has joined, that is the African Union, which makes the G20 now 21 countries. We will see what are the important highlights during this G20 summits, which was held in India, New Delhi on the 9th and 10th September 2023. We will first discuss about what are those 20 countries and including African Union, which make it 21 countries. There is a trick actually how to remember this G20 countries. We will discuss about it. The trick how to remember these G20 countries is गुरुजी सीता आप SSC FCI में जॉब करती है. G which means Germany, U for USA, R for Russia, U for UK, J for Japan, I for Italy, S for Saudi Arabia, I for Indonesia, T for Turkey, A for Argentina, A again for Australia, B for Brazil, S for South Africa, and S again for South Korea, C for Canada, F for France, C for China, I for India, M for Mexico, and E for the European Union countries. And again, in addition to this, there is a African Union. This African Union is having about 55 member states. We'll discuss about it later, just in brief. So we will see what are these G20 countries. We will discuss about it a little more details. In North America, what are these countries which include in the G20 countries? North America, there are 3 countries: Canada, Mexico, and United States. This is our North America continent. As you can see here, Canada, US, and Mexico are the 3 countries from the North America continent. And from Africa only, this is Africa. As you can see here is big countries. Only South Africa was there, except till recently on the 10th September 2023 in that summit which was held in Delhi. The African Union, which has 55 member states, joined the G20 summit, G20 countries, which makes it now G21. So in the Middle East country, only Saudi Arabia is there. This is a Middle East country here. You can see this is Saudi Arabia. And Latin America, there is Brazil and Argentina. Latin America, there are 2 countries, Brazil and Argentina. While in Western Europe, there is France, Germany, Italy, United Kingdom. France, Italy, United Kingdom, UK, and Turkey. As you can see here, Turkey lies between the Asia and Europe. Here is Turkey here, which lies between the Europe and the Asia. And there are many countries from Asia. All those popular countries you can see here: China, Indonesia, Japan, South Korea, India, Russia, and Australia. All these South Asian countries, which is shown in this map, in this particular map. Next, we will see the bullet points for G20 summits, which now become 21 countries. The first important points related with this G20 summit: the G20 or group of 20 is an intergovernmental forum comprising 19 sovereign countries, the European Union, and the newly added African Union. The G20 was founded in 1999 in response to several world economic crises. This is very important to remember that this G20 was found in 1999, and it was first held at USA in 2008, and it accounts for around 80% of gross world product, 75% of international trade, 2/3 of the global population, and 60% of the world's lands area. And the G20 2023 was held in New Delhi, and this is the 18 meeting. This is the 18 edition. Question might come, what is the edition of the G20 Summit which was held in India? Kindly remember that is 18. This is the 18th edition, and it was held where? It was held in the Bharat Mandapam International Exhibition Convention Center in Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. It was held on these 2 days, 9 and 10 December. It was the first G20 summit which is held in India. Chairman, who was the chairman? Narendra Modi, which is our Prime Minister. He was the chairman of this G20 Summit 2023. And the motto is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It's a Sanskrit word actually, which translates into one earth, one family, one future. This Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is drawn from the ancient Sanskrit text of the Mahapunishad. This is a very important point. It's most likely in future question might come, expected to come from this. What is the motto of the G20 Summit which was held in India? So kindly remember this point was very important. And the next point is G20. India G20 presidency began from December 1st last year, that means 2022. Sorry, I didn't write it there. 2022 till November 30th 2023. So it's a 1 year summit which was held in different cities of India, as we all aware in the news, is frequently shown in almost all news channels. So it's not only a 1 or 2 days program, it's a 1 year program actually. So 2020, where was it held? It was held in Bali, and 2023 it will be held in the, if I'm not mistaken, it will be held in Brazil, that is Rio de Janeiro. African Union inclusion in G20 Summit held in Delhi. G20, remember the date when was this African Union was included in the G20 Summit? It was on 10 September 2023. This is also very important point. And 2024 G20 will be in Brazil. 2025 will be in South Africa. Next, you'll see the logo of this G20. It's a government press release. The G20 logo draws inspiration from the vibrant colors of India's national flag, that is saffron, white, green and blue. The questions, I've seen questions in some coaching institute, put this one, what are the colors used in the G20 logo? There are 4 colors based on the inspiration from the India's flag, that is saffron, white, green and blue, SWGB. Kindly note that. And it is also a juxtaposes planet Earth with lotus, India's national flower that reflects growth amid challenges. This is the logo of G20 Summit. If you can see here, there is a lotus which there are 7 flowers, which indicates that there are 7 continents. And there is also a Hindi word there, it's written, it means Bharat. So in 3 colors is this written, this G20 logo. So next, Troika also is a very important point. Terms actually, what is used in this G20 Summit. We'll see what is the Troika. Troika is a G20 does not have a charter or a secretariat, means it doesn't have a permanent secretariat. Every year this G20 is held annually, that means every year it holds, and it changes there is no permanent secretariat or headquarters. So every year is changing. Like last year it was held in Bali, and this year is in India, and next year will be in Brazil. And Troika refers to the top grouping within the G20 that consists of the current, that means current India, previous was Bali, so previous Bali, and the upcoming presidency, that is Brazil. So that is the meaning of Troika. It refers to the top grouping within the G20 that consists of the current, previous and upcoming presidencies. Kindly note this point is very important. There is a high chance that this term might be asked in the future competitive exams. And the chair pass, there's other term also, the chair pass. What is the meaning of chair pass? Is carry out important planning, negotiation and implementation in tasks continuously. And implementation of tasks continuously. The next important terms here is the finance track. This is focuses on economic and financial issues. Finance words is there, so it's related with economic and financial issues. Next point, the G20 Summit, there is showcases of the 27-foot tall statue of Nataraja. That means it showcases our cultural diversity in that particular summit, which was held in Delhi. So there was a gigantic 27-foot tall statue of Nataraja. It was made by the skilled artist from Swami Malai village in Tamil Nadu, and is created using an ancient method called lost wax casting. Kindly note this. And there is also a statue, this particular statue, that is a statue of Nataraja. It is made of 8 metal. It's not made of only 2 to 3 metals. It's made of 8 metal. The statue is an Ashta Dhatu 8 metal alloy piece of art. Ashta Dhatu, that means made of 8 metal alloy. This is a statue, Nataraja statue. It was there everywhere in the news. This particular photo, it was shown on the 9th and 10th of this September. Nataraja's statue portrays Lord Shiva in form that was seen in 5th century AD, which was made iconic under the Great Cholas. This Nataraja statue, Nataraja statue is related with what dynasty? Question might ask. Is related with Cholas dynasty. Then we'll see some other few important points related with this G20. Russia will be actually already represented. It was not represented by Vladimir Putin, but it was represented by Sergei Lavrov. He is the foreign minister of Russia, not Japan, not Putin. And India and China also. It was represented by Li Guang. He is the PM of China, not Xi Jinping. So two popular personalities who didn't attend this G20, that is Putin, and the Prime Minister and the President of the China, that is Xi Jinping. Kindly note this also, because before this 9 and 10 G20 summit, it was everywhere in the news that this China might not be attending this G20 summit, but ultimately, finally, it has sent its own Prime Minister, so it's a good thing. And one more thing also, this G20 summit has created a record by making all the world leaders attending. No world leaders actually absent in this particular G20 summits. It has created a history also for that. So we'll see in brief about this African Union, a newly added members of G20 countries, which now 21 countries. It's a continental union consisting of 55 member states located on the continent of Africa. The African Union was announced in this Sirte Declaration in Sirte, Libya on 9 September 1999, calling for the establishment of the African Union. The bloc was founded on 26 May 2001 in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and launched on the 9th July 2002 in Durban, South Africa. The intention of the African Union was to replace the Organization African Unity. So this just in brief about the African Union, how previously it was called as OAU and changed it in 1999 into AU. Then we'll see the theme of India's G20 presidency. We already discussed it is a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or one earth, one family, which this is closely actually ties with the LIFT, lifestyle for environment. Closely ties with lifestyle environment. This is also very important. This theme is closely tied with LIFT, and we'll discuss about the key outcomes of the next 2 minutes about the G20 summit. In this G20 summit, which was held in Delhi, African Union, as we already discussed, accepted as part of the G20, which make it G21 countries now, and global leadership participating at the Delhi summit of the G20. Azali Assoumani, the president of the Union of Comoros and chairperson of African Union, joined the gathering of leaders at the summit. And India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor (IMEC) encounter of CPEC of China. This was established. Agreement was established, that is IMEC, that is India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. This also is a high chance that this question might be asked in future. Global Biofuels Alliance (GBA) is an Indian-led initiative that aims to develop an alliance of governments, international organizations, and industry to promote adoption of biofuels. The next points outcomes of G20 Summit is formation of and founding members. The alliance was launched with 9 initiating members: India, US, Brazil, Argentina, Bangladesh. Bangladesh is not G20 countries, but it's only guest countries. Kindly note that. Even Mauritius also. And next is tripling the global renewable energy capacity by 2022. And other outcomes is the commitment of the global food security and nutrition. I'm putting only the important points of these key outcomes. Actually, detailed explanation was there if you see in news, or if we look into the G20 official website. Detailed explanation was there and available. If you want to know more, you can always search from Google in the official website of G20. And small arms and terrorist safe havens. G23 New Delhi builds upon previous G20 declaration, especially the 2015 Turkey declaration, which strongly denounced terrorism. And there's also outcome of healthcare resilience and research. India Mercosur preferential trade agreements, climate financing commitment. India, there was also India's cultural showcase at Bharat Mandapam, inspired from Anubhav Mandapam. There was a bronze statue of Lord Nataraja in shoulder side, which was already discussed. There's also Konak, Chakra Abdusha, Sun Temple, an image of Nalanda University used as iconic backdrops. Tanjore paintings and Dokra art. There's a brass statue of Lord Buddha sitting under Modi tree, and diverse musical heritage, Hindustani, folk, Carnatic, devotional. These are 12 important points related to key outcomes of the G20 summits in brief, and this is it for today. Kindly like, share and subscribe, and help us grow more. Thank you.